Hello, my dear friends. A close friend of mine, he spoke to me the other day and he told me that he doesn't get the emotional fulfillment or reward from reading the Quran, and that he was hoping for finding a way in which he could connect more emotionally with the Holy Quran. And, I didn't have an answer for him, but I think I've thought about it, and this is my thoughts, and I want to share it with you also. If you have the same experience, I'm very fortunate. I'm blessed by the Almighty, but I wasn't always blessed. When I was a young man, I was quite insecure. I was a boy who lost his father at the age of 5, and I was always trying to, get into the good books of grown men and trying to be acceptable with men. And that led me down my own life path, where I became an activist in the war against apartheid, and I was detained and I was imprisoned, and I was, detained, not imprisoned, for a period of, let's say, I think it was 3 months. And it was really under that state or under those conditions that I really, because after a few months the concession was made and I was given a Quran. And under a state of vulnerability, emotional vulnerability, I opened the Quran and the Quran spoke to me, and it resonated with me emotionally. And I think that is what I can share with you or with anyone else that have that same question. How do I allow the Quran to resonate with me emotionally? Is that we have to be emotionally ripe to receive it. And let me show you a verse that I read. I remember distinctly this verse when we was hosed down cold water in the mornings in the cell, and that was just to loosen you up for the interrogation. And then when you were interrogated, all sorts of pressure was put on you, and then sleep deprived, etc., etc. And it was a tough time. And obviously I was wondering, who's going to help. And I remember the first time I was given this Quran, I opened the book and I started reading randomly, and I ended up at the passage, and this is the passage that appeared in front of my eyes. Wallahu a'lamu bi'a'da'ikum wa kafa billahi waliyan wa kafa billahi nasira. And Allah hath full knowledge of your enemies. Allah is enough for a protector, and Allah is enough for a helper. And I recall that verse was so powerful for me. It reassured me. It made me feel, it's okay, man. Allah has my back. God has my back. And now for you, maybe not in a cell or in any sort of mortal or physical danger, but I'm sure you are going through tough struggles yourself. Maybe you're a student trying to be successful at university or at school. Maybe you're a wife having a tough life, a tough married life, or maybe you're just an older woman or older man being lonely. And I think these moments where we are vulnerable are the moments that we should read the book. And it's not as if the book will give you guidance on the first verse that you look. When you look outside at nature, at the scenery outside, you look at it and you see the general beauty outside your window, or but there's always something that catches your attention, whether it's the ray of sun that comes through the clouds, whether it's the way that the leaves or the trees bend in the wind, or when you see a bird doing something very ordinary like building a nest. It's like that with the Quran. You're going to hit a verse when you read it that will speak to you, and those are the opportunities that you are looking for. So you're not reading the Quran mechanically. You're reading it. You're almost like browsing it. You're in browse mode. You're reading the verses. But when you do face challenges, every now and then you're going to hit a verse that will speak to those challenges, and it will give you reassurance. Or even when you are not just in a state of distress, when you are in a positive state and you read the Quran, you might get some sort of word of wisdom that speaks to that positive state that you're in. And so the short message I want to leave with you is that if you read the Quran, do read it. Make it a regular habit, a daily habit of reading. And you will find that the moments in your life, whether it's those highs or lows, you will find that the Quran will resonate or will speak to you and will give you that type of reinforcement.